Hey guys, how's it going? On my way to go look at a, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not going to call it a shop project, but it kind of is a shop project, I don't know. 1977 Ford F150, brown on brown two-tone, pretty much all factory Oregon truck. So, actually, I just passed it. Apparently, he's bringing it here to for me to go look at. And there it is right there. Let's see what we can. He's making a video to come look at that thing.
Let's go to your shop.
All right, let's go. Holy. Look at that. So, making a video to go over and look at this thing that's right down the street from a guy who has a bunch of things, bunch of trucks, bunch of vehicles and so on, and he's bringing it over to me. Huh. So, got a little cash. I'm gonna try to negotiate a little bit, make a little cash deal here, and see what we can come up with. Hopefully it's as solid as he says it is. He says it's a rust-free Oregon truck, and that was pretty quick. Just turned around and came right back to the shop. So let's check this thing out. Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? So, McNasty Customz, we figured we'll show you this little truck that we're going to have here. It's an additional project along with the other stuff that we have going in the shop. We already have a 79 Dentside being built, Elliott. We already have a 67 Fastback being built, among other projects and our UTV projects. But what we have here is not something that we needed was another design or another project or anything big like that. But the idea behind this was we have a bunch of shop parts. We have transmissions, motors, MSDs, radiators, nitrous kits. We have all kinds of stuff consolidated around a shop that are left over from taking off of other projects or not being used on other projects, being swapped out for other ideas and so on. So what we try to do is we try to sell the parts locally, and sometimes that just becomes a hassle. Any of you guys do any kind of Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist and so on, you know what kind of people you got to deal with. So what we decided to do was we decided to pick up this truck here, which is a 1977 F150 two-wheel drive standard 6-cylinder truck. What we're going to do is we're going to take all the parts from the shop and we're going to consolidate them onto one vehicle here, so down the road we can just sell one vehicle. But until then, we're going to fool around, have some fun with this thing, do a little project here and there and add-ons to it, and we're just going to have a shop truck to lay around the shop to take out and beat. So we're going to take the 351 out of the Fastback, throw it in here. We have the nitrous kit we're going to install in here and a few other parts, and then we will we'll just basically have an old beater. The truck came out of Oregon. We're in Massachusetts. We're in the Rust Belt, so everything up here is completely rusted and rotted out. So we got the truck out of Oregon, which is in great shape. This is an original Survivor paint, everything for a 77. Very minimal rust on this truck. We're going to take a little walk around. We'll show you some of the things we already did to make it our own, and we'll show you some videos coming up that are going to be ins and outs. We're going to do a video on the motor swap and a few other pieces that we're going to need here. So stay tuned, guys. McNasty Customz, McNastyCustomz.com. We'll take a walk around this truck and we'll show you exactly what we're working with here. So she's a pretty clean, rust-free truck. She's got her nicks and her dings and her patina exactly the way we want it. She's pretty solid. So, some of the things that we've already done here. We've had it for about a week, and we're just trying to fool around and bang some parts out. But I welded in a piece of steel and made a roll pan. I didn't really fill in the edges here or anything. I just left it all rough metal, so it looks old. And then I painted it with a paint that's kind of a close match, and now I'm going to scuff it up, and I will be trying to make it look like it was originally on a truck for 20 years. Another thing that we did to the outside of the body, which would be the only other thing. So obviously I took the bumper off the bumper off, the trailer hitch off, and the tire carrier off, and I put the roll pan on. That was the back of the truck. And on the front of the truck, we had this scoop off that 67 Mustang I told you about. So this is a 429 Boss hood scoop. And we drilled a couple of, well, 4 1-inch holes in the back, so it is a functional scoop through the hood. And this truck body is pretty much exactly the way we got it. That's pretty much everything. After that, I've been mostly working on the interior in this truck to get it up to par. So the 6-cylinder runs pretty decent. It's a 4-speed. We're going to be putting big wheels on this, 22s, 24s, something along the lines. We're looking on that. Going to leave the stance the way it is. But the other main thing I've been working on, it came with no interior, and it came with this bench seat with some rips in it. So I've been working on the interior. So these are junkyard seats, $70 for the junkyard seats. And they are out of, I believe, a 1987 Dodge Ram Charger. The reason I liked them is, obviously, they look a little bit older. They're tan to match the truck, and they have these fold-up armrests. So the very first thing I did is I came in here and I bought this house carpet. This truck had nothing in it when it showed up, but it was originally tan carpet. So the carpet on the sides, this is original carpet. And I ended up having a house carpet. What I did was I cut the carpet mostly down the middle, and I flipped the carpet around, so this way it has an edge. You see the edge of the carpet all the way around. And I laid this piece in first and up, so there's one piece here, one piece on the other side, and then I laid a 1-piece carpet over the back, so it covers the bottom of the carpet over here with the sewn-in edge. Kind of like what Ford used to do. The next thing I did, after I did that, obviously I made the brackets for the seats. I installed the seats. Then I installed the nitrous bottle. So the nitrous bottle, I made a front bracket for it. I'm trying to make this look old school and patinaed and so on. So I'm using like stuff just laying around the shop and stuff that I think maybe somebody would have used, you know, I don't know. It's not bought something, but made something. So here's a bracket for the nitrous bottle, and on the end of the bracket what I have is 3.5-inch stainless steel exhaust tube. This is exhaust tube that we just had laying around the shop. I cut it on the bandsaw, I welded it on the edge, and now there are cup holders. They'll hold like a Powerade bottle, 28-ounce Powerade bottle and so on from the gas station. So pretty much any drink you need to put in there you can hold. I got one for the driver, one for the passenger. This is a bottle that's temporarily in here. We're going to be making an NX sticker. Obviously we make our own stickers. I'm going to be making an NX sticker in brown and tan to go over this bottle. And so that's the seats. That is the rug. That's the nitrous bottle, the cup holder brackets. The next thing I did was I made this universal joint see-through floor piece section here with Lexan. So I cut the area of this pan out, and then I made this outside ring, and then it's doubled up Lexan plexiglass right here. So that's the ground, that's the back of the transmission, and that's the universal joint. So as you're driving down the road, you can watch this. So that's what you're going to see through there. And I believe at night I'm going to put a light on the floor somewhere in here on the back side, and it'll be bright and you can watch it at night. So that's the pan. Pretty cool, something a little bit different, just fooling around, trying to think of old ideas and stuff. And then the next step that we did was this machete shifter. Now this is a real machete, and yes, it's completely sharp. A few people, oh, what if you're getting rolled over in it? Well, if I roll over in an accident and so on, yeah, I got more problems to worry about than that machete shifter. But I understand where you're coming from, and some people are gonna not like it as much. But you know what? Shifting it is pretty cool. I really enjoy driving around the parking lot with it so far. It's not on the road. Let me go to the other side and show you the rest of the modifications for the interior. And this is all we've done to the truck at this point. So obviously I'm ordering up all new rubbers for the doors, and I'm ordering the drip, the edge for the floor there. I got the window out of the other 79. The back window rattles a lot, and So I'm going to change the windows out, but I got to order new rubbers. These rubbers are so old that they are not, I like the patina look, obviously it's the idea of the truck, but they're not going to go back into the truck once they come out. So the next thing was a wooden steering wheel, just to get the cracked original steering wheel out of the truck. And I just put a wooden something in here to brown to match, and I painted the horn to match the color of the outside of the truck. And then what I ended up doing, last thing that I did other than attack last night working on this, the gauge cluster wasn't really working properly. None of the lights were working and so on, so I took apart the gauge cluster. I built one out of the 2 clusters that I had, one from the other truck, and I painted everything in the back here to match, you know, obviously the color of the truck or so. And the radio install. So the radio is the radio that came in this truck, but it was just sitting in a hole in the back. And the wires were absolutely ready for a fire. So they had one wire connected 6 inches long into a butt connector. That was a little smaller wire, which was 12 inches long, that was taped to another wire. I mean, it's just a disaster. So I ripped everything out. I ran all the wires basically the way they had them, but so the wires for the speakers are run through the doors. I just got to hook up the doors right now, and big crack in the windshield. I kind of want to leave it, but I'm probably going to end up replacing the windshield. And then there's the shifter. So the radio got wired in last night, and install kit. The install kit was actually from the other truck. The gauge cluster's half from the other truck, and half from this truck, and painted and touched up. The old school tack came in the other truck, the 79 that we're building, so we reused that. This stuff was just basically free laying around the shop. The nitrous kit, which we will be installing, but Nitrous Bottle was old kit just laying around the shop. Junkyard seats was $70. The floor was $49.85 at Lowe's. Actually, no, that came from Home Depot, and there's a little bit left over if I wanted to do a little bit more. See that piece right there if I wanted to do something. Yeah, headliner's got a little messed up spot in it, but I don't know if I'm going to cover it. I got to order a new light. You know, obviously stuff like that you want to replace, but... And yeah, so we're going to be going through this truck. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to be dropping the motor in this thing. We'll be showing you videos of the motor coming in and out. I got some videos of you know, starting to pull the interior out of the truck, and you know, so on and so on. So we have stuff that we are going to be uploading, and we are looking at possibly going tonight to get a set of wheels, a set of 24s for this. So I don't know if they're even going to fit, but we will try to fit them in there and see what's going on. And like I said, the only 2 things we did to the body on the outside of this truck so far is we did that hood scoop, and we made this roll pan. So the roll pan was free. This is a steel thick plate. It's actually welded on from the bottom. There's a piece of 1-inch chrome moly tubing going around the entire bottom of this roll pan so it won't move. And that's just a plate welded on the back with a small brace on it. So we're trying to, like I said, consolidate a bunch of parts around the shop. We're trying to make a cool little shop truck. The other motor has about 420 horse. The nitrous will be about 100 to 150 shot. And 4-speed and big wheels and big hood scoop. I don't know. And the name of this truck, clearly, because it's brown and tan, is Chicken Shit. So stay tuned for more chicken shit videos, fellas. And we will try to update as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please. Chicken Shit. McNastyCustomz.com.